This is the introduction to section 11.5, part 1, where we're going to talk about finding the volume of pyramids and cones now. Now, as you look and you see on your note sheet here, we have the actual basic formula for the pyramid or cone, and the volume is going to equal 1/3 times the base times the height, which you'll notice if you see, if you were to take a cone with the same radius as a cylinder, okay, and the heights are the same, you would notice that it would take me, if I were to take a bucket of water and fill up the cone, it would take me 3 cones to fill up the cylinder, and you're going to see that in class tomorrow, okay? You're going to see me going through that example and doing that, which is why we have the 1/3. A cone is 1/3 of a cylinder with the same height and the same radius. It's the same concept for a square pyramid or a rectangular pyramid or triangular pyramid for that matter. Okay. Now, one thing you're going to want to make sure you write down in your formula sheet are these 3 formulas: the square rectangular pyramid, the triangular pyramid, and the cone. These are the formulas for the 3 shapes. And you'll notice that the triangular pyramid is divided by 6. And there's a reason why here, and I'm going to kind of explain that. The volume of if I took a triangular prism, I would have base times height divided by 2. Okay. Well, when I take the volume of a pyramid, I take the volume, the area of the triangle, which is the area of the base, times the height, and then we're going to take it times 1/3. Well, when I multiply all these guys together, you notice the 2 and the 3 here are on the bottom of the fraction. I multiply those 2 guys together, that's how I get 6. And then I also multiply base times height, so that's how you end up with a 6 in there instead of a 3 now on the triangular pyramid. So the triangular pyramid is a little bit different. Make sure you have these written down on your formula sheet as well. Okay, let's take a look at the examples now. Let's start here with example number 1. Up here in the top left corner, this is a square pyramid, so volume is going to be base times height of the square times the height of the pyramid divided by 3. Okay, so we have the base of the square. If I were to redraw the square, this would be a 5 by 5 square. So I've got 5 times 5 times the height of the pyramid is 6 divided by 3. Okay. When I multiply those together on top, I get 150. When I divide that by 3, I end up with 50 centimeters cubed. Okay. 50 centimeters cubed. That's a square pyramid. Now you'll notice we're not using the slant heights on any volumes here. We're only using the real heights of the pyramids. Okay, let's take a look here at the triangular prism. Excuse me, pyramid. So you'll notice the base shape is a triangle. So the volume, base times height of the triangle times height of the prism, or the pyramid, divided by 6. Well, you see that you have a right angle here as or a right triangle here as your base shape. So you've got 3 and 4, so the base is 3. The height of the triangle is 4. The height of the pyramid is this 3 right here. And we're going to divide that by 6, which gives me on top, I've got 36 divided by 6, which is, in this case, 6 inches cubed. Okay, 6 inches cubed for the volume of the triangular pyramid. Alright, let's take a look here now at the cone. Again, volume of a cone formula, pi r squared h divided by 3, which is going to be pi. The radius is 30 squared. The height is 50, and we're going to divide that by 3. If I take 50 times 30 squared, so 30 squared is 900 times 50, gives me 45,000 times pi divided by 3. And again, I'm simplifying this. If you took 45,000 times pi, hit enter, and then divide it by 3, you're going to get the same answer. Well, 45,000 divided by 3 is 15,000 pi. And when I simplify that, I end up with 47,100 meters cubed for that cone. Okay. And then this last example here, as we look at the cone here again, the volume of the cone is pi r squared h divided by 3. And so now when I plug these in, I've got pi radius squared is 10 squared times the height of 13 divided by 3, which this gives me 1,300 pi divided by 3. And when I take 1,300 times pi and then divide that by 3, I end up with 1,361.4, in this case, millimeters cubed. Okay, so you now are able to find the volume of pyramids and cones. Don't forget to write those formulas down on your formula sheet, and don't forget to complete your WSQ when you're finished.